Maybe.
Many thanks for staying with us. It's still the conversation, and as we all know, this is the Lagos segment where we talk about everything and anything about Lagos. Now, as Lagos remains Nigeria's commercial, industrial, and population hub, with its historical role as a former capital and its current burden as the most populous and economically active state in the country, there have been renewed calls for Lagos to be granted a constitutionally backed special status. But what does this really mean? What are the implications economically, politically, and structurally? Now, joining us on the program to answer these questions and many more is someone who needs no introduction on this platform, is a respected voice on urban policy governance and a lover of Lagos State. Omobade Yinka Oyedinro is a social commentator and also an analyst. You're welcome.
Thank you very
You're
much,
welcome,
madam.
sir.
Okay, I asked some questions earlier that what does it really mean for Lagos to have a special status? Some are saying, is it purely for funding or it goes deeper than that?
Thank you very much. When you are talking about the special status, you are talking about our request for a, a standard. Let's put it. I wrote something that I said, Lagos State status, special status discourse revolves around the push for Lagos State to be granted a unique status due to the economic benefit or economic contribution to the growth and development of Nigeria as a whole.
Okay.
Of course, it also comes with some burdens, because when you look at Lagos State, being a former federal capital territory, when it was a federal capital territory, it came with a lot of burdens. You have majority of the international organization having their headquarters here, the banking industry. You want to talk about the proximity to the border. You want to talk about the proximity to the Atlantic Ocean, which brings influx of both legal and illegal migrants into the country. You want to talk about the borderline, the land borderline, which has to do with our neighboring country, from Cotonou, from. Then you want to talk about even the local borders. It borders with Ogun State and influx from Ondo State, even through angle from east side. So, and when you have something of a state with all this we are talking about, you should know it does not just come about the benefit. It's also the antecedent responsibility and security challenges are there. So this is the reason why you say government in and out from the time immemorial, like let's say from Jakonde up till now. Various, each of the governors that have come to state have always been requesting for it. Aside the governors, the Lagos State House of Assembly, led by Right Honorable Obasa, had made push in the past. When our first lady, Nigerian first lady today, was the senator of the Federal Republic, he made a presentation, you understand, for this to be granted. Also, I think some other, then the present governor had done his own
Bit,
including former governor Ambody. What we are now thinking now is that now that we have a Lagos man at the helm of affairs,
who even started it
I think
when he was a
answered.
senator. but I want to find out, why is it that anytime this conversation is brought up, why is it usually killed at the Senate or at the National Assembly?
Hey, there's no way to not be like that. Even in our individual lives, when you see that somebody is about having an edge above his mates, that's good. Let me tell you, it's easier to get to the top. Very, very easy. All you are trying to do is to get there. But the moment you get there, your contemporaries will be wondering, within a short period that you are here, those who are up there, who have been enjoying, in relation to this now, those who have been enjoying certain booties by virtue of proximity to some, let's take for instance those who have been enjoying 13% derivation.
Yeah.
It simply means more money into their coffer. In which, if they are fair, it's supposed to be more developmental activities and more benefits to the masses. So when you are now bringing somebody or a state like Lagos State on board, which was denied opportunities, so many opportunities in the past because we don't have our people at that level, and we're able to do so much. By the time you now give them that kind of special status, it means development is going to be on the higher side. And already what I'm saying is that already other states jealous, or do I say they take after Lagos State? Imagine when we are talking about there's so many ministries from also so many states that are coming to Lagos to come and learn. Even your station here, stations from other states do admire what you are doing here. So, and we were not having that special status, yet we are doing so much. So by the time we are now giving more, they will now be looking at it that are they not going backward or they will be coming forward. I'll give you a shining example. In the Committee of Credit Nations all over the world, Lagos State is even rated higher than even the Nigeria as a whole. The tendency for them to borrow Lagos State, to give Lagos State loan, the ability to pay back is on the other side. They see that Lagos can produce more.
Productive.
You understand me? They have what it takes to be able to pay back.
So if Lagos has this already,
Yes.
why is there a need now for a special status when when Lagos State itself is contributing over, is it 20 to 30%
Over
of
20%.
yes, of the national GDP?
We can't be cheated because we are performing.
Is it about why are you
can-
using the word cheating now?
Yes, why I'm saying, okay, take for instance the issue of local government. Sometimes ago, Kano was having 20 local government just like Lagos State. At a particular point in time when they had the opportunity, I think Jigawa was taken out of it. And the remaining was about another 44 local government. And Lagos remain 20. If not because of what Ashwaju, my figure might be right, but I might be wrong, you can correct me. But what I'm saying is that a state was taken out of Kano. They became 2 states. And they're having more local government. You are talking of more developmental activities into those 2 states that ought to have been Kano State alone. Now, if not because Ashwaju did what he did,
That's
to
the
give us
creation of
37 LCDs,
LCDs.
to bring about development.
This is for you.
Thank you very much. To bring about more development to the grassroots, you will discover that we will still remain what we are. And if we are, are you saying that we're not being cheated? Because when you are talking of 774 local government, it is the same allocation that is being shared to all those other states that 20 is taking, and that's what we are. If we had gotten 2 states out of Lagos State, or the special, if we cannot get 2 states, give us our status. Which had, when we had many, when we had all the federal capital territory as, when we have Lagos State as federal capital territory, federal capital territory, you know that the embassies, when you go to the Lagos Island, look at the numbers of vehicles that are bringing fuel, diesel into those areas. And when they are burning generator, what are we inhaling? Can you compare the volume of such pollution to that of Kebbi State? I once told you here that virtually every community in Nigeria has a representative in Nigeria.
In Lagos.
I mean Lagos State. And that means more people. That means more body. Our toilet facilities or whatever drainage system are being burdened. Go to Lagos Ibadan Express on in the night before the daybreak. Come and see the volume of people that are coming in.
Yeah.
And Lagos State has to cater for it. During Raji Babatunde regime, you remember it was then we had Ebola. Ebola, the person that was alleged to have been used as an agent to bring Ebola to Nigeria was from Liberia. Why did he choose Lagos State? So you are talking of so many problems. As you are talking of the benefit, the problem is also there. And again, we contribute so much to the growth of Nigeria. We have so many Ashewo houses in Lagos State more than any state. We drink so much beer in Lagos State more than any state. I can count the numbers of Shanana Hotel you have in Monrovia, Liberia, but you can't count that of Lagos State. Even when they did their record, I can tell you that they could not get the record right. So, as you are talking about security challenges at the macro level, you're also talking about the micro level. That is the reason why you have miscreants so much in Lagos State. As the beauty is there, the body is also there. I gave an analysis on this station one day that between here and Cote d'Ivoire, you have only between our border and semi-border and Cote d'Ivoire, you have about 5 or 6 checkpoints. But between my two and our borderline in Badagry, you have about 47. What brought about that? How much money is government is going to use to mop up all these challenges if the federal government is not contributing its quota? So it's not about it is genuinely that we are being treated. So it is better they give us the status so that we can develop.
All right, but I like that you have highlighted some of the challenges that really needs for us to, become or acquire that special status as a state. But now let's look at some of the economic privileges that Lagos will enjoy or benefit when this special status is given to us.
Yes, thank you very much. The first and foremost is that Lagos State is the first state that organized what we call a police trust fund. It's as a result of the challenges that we have. If Lagos State has more money, it means we'll be able to do more of this. Lagos State have been pushing for the state police. Lagos State, when you talk about the size, you think it's small. But when you talk about the numerical strength of the masses that are living there, you know that we need more. Security wise, one, majority of the buildings that were used by those foreigners, those international organizations, embassies, are still here. They didn't go along with it. So we need to cater for almost everybody. Let me tell you, when in the recent time I was wanted to go to the US. I discovered that my visa had expired. For 2 months they couldn't get me a date for me to go to the embassy here. Do you know they have to ask me if I can check Abuja? It means we are densely populated, so also the problem is densely more, and we need to cater for it. Then if we're able to do that, we'll be able to, if we're able to given the special status, there are so many benefits that come along with it. Let me tell you, when you talk about agriculture, you'll be looking at where does Lagos State want to get land for agriculture. It's like it's been done in other countries. Lagos State can, if they have so much money, they can decide to buy land, expanse of land in Ogun State, in Osun State, ask our people to go and farm there. It will bring about the cost of food coming down here. You understand me? If you go to Berlin in Germany, you discover that you have a rail line just like you have small taxis around here. Lagos State can decide to have expanse of land in Ogun State, in Oyo State, build housing estates outside Lagos State. We have been late. No, even without going to Oyo State, even the Ogun State axis, from the Abeokuta axis, from the Shagamu axis, we can build cheap housing estate rather than all the high rising that we have in here. We can have beautiful low-cost houses over there. Put a rail line between Bega and Shagamu within a short period of time. People will go and live there, and they can come into Lagos to come and work or to come and trade. Imagine the emergency of the blue line. You can see that if you go to Okoko, quite unlike in those days, when people will be trooping out as if, don't let it through, gushing out as if they are flies, from 4 a.m. till say 7 or 9 o'clock. That one will come to. There's so many infrastructural development that will come. We know what we want. We know what we can do. We have the men and the IQ to be able to do, but we need that resources. And if we are contributing to the GDP, we should take the benefit. Not quite before now that you have Lagos State will be contributing so much money from the alcoholic drinks. Some people are sharing the booty, and yet they are saying that they are not drinking beer, they are not drinking alcohol, but they can take the money that comes from the VAT. You understand me? You say in your place your people are decent and they are not doing prostitution, but Lagos is a deposit for it, both legal and illegal, and money is coming out of it, and the proceeds of that thing is being taken back to their villages to go and develop their villages. So if you are giving us problem, let us share the beauty of it too.
Okay, when you were talking earlier, you said something about transportation in Germany, Berlin, and I'm glad that you're here as a transportation expert.
Thank you very much.
So, so how does the current status of Lagos now limit progress in areas like traffic management, port congestion, and of course, the mass transit system?
Yeah, and Lagos State had done a lot, and this is the reason why we are still talking about the status, the special status. I said, to whom much is given, much is expected. Here is the business of Lagos State. The water that we have here, which which we refer to as our port, which brings about the port. Every business people in the northern region will come here to come and pick their load. People flying, we have our international airports here, which brings about intra-transportation. We have small businesses within Lagos here that, you know, from the, even from the port to the factory, like if you go to the hubs like the industrial hubs like Ikeja, the Apple Junction, the whatever, the new one that are being created over there, it means there's so many loads on Lagos State. So when you are saying that the management, it is an ongoing. It is something that we keep on doing, because the more we are doing it, the more people are fluxing in.
Okay.
So Lagos State has tried, but we still need more. Then in terms of the management itself, I want to talk about preempting. I want to talk about pre rather than pro. I don't like the way it is when crime happens, we want to start arresting the driver or the vehicle. Let us strategize, make the VIO do their job. It's the job of checking vehicles, status of vehicles, whether they are standard, whether they have what it takes to be able to come into Lagos. It's not the job of FRSC. No. It is the job of VIO. We need to strengthen our VIO. Every of our entry point need to be established like a big entry point, so that every vehicle that is coming in must be checked whether it meets the standard, so that they will not come in and cause problem.
Nuisance,
When a rickety vehicle is allowed from either Bega or from a pay angle into Lagos State, that is when you have breakdown. That is when you have LASMA trying to tow them off. Why don't you check them
before
they
entering, get on the road?
Make an entry point, you know, center where, like Bega, like you can even take land at either Ishagamu or Ibafu. Text them, make sure they match them. I told you one day, man. Now, a lot of businessmen will go to the overseas country to go and bring truck. All they know is that this is a truck, and we can bring it to Nigeria or to Lagos State and want to sell it. Relationary bearing between the body of the vehicle and the engine. Who checks it? It is the vehicle that's supposed to check whether the axle is in relationary bearing with the capacity of the engine of the vehicle. Okay. Now, take for instance the accident that happened at $30 some years ago that got a lot of vehicle burned. If you check the resultant, the result of the examination, it was as a result of a different axle that does not have the capacity, that has much capacity than the engine that was driving it. So by the time it descended into that lower part of the bridge, for it to go up, the axle turned and the body could not control it. So the weight of the vehicle, the weight of the load was too much for the adult engine to be able to control. So we need people that will check. We need BIO or allied organization that will check and certify it. Again, we need issue of drivers. We have driving institute in Lagos there. How many truck drivers are going there? to go and be certified that you know this is not the way you drive in Kano.
Okay.
This is not the way you drive in Ibadan. In Ibadan, in those days, we do make jest when we say the driver will not have pointer. They say, using their hand as pointer. Can we accommodate that in Lagos? And we are saying that this is mega city. If it is mega city, everything that it takes, so it's going to be very hard, but we need to regulate it.
All right, still talking about Lagos special status now. We cannot talk about this and not, also touch on political willpower. So what's the role of political willpower in ensuring that we achieve this recognition?
Very, very crucial. Very, very crucial. You are taking us to another angle. Because when you don't put round peg in round hole, you are in trouble.
True.
Sometimes I want to say that in putting people into places, we don't need to satisfy our leaders.
In putting people into places, we don't need to certify. Okay.
We don't need to satisfy either our leader or our yearning to say somebody has served me for many years. I want to compensate.
Okay. We're talking about
it
satisfaction.
Is something that has to service to humanity. That will bring about security. That will bring about development. Please, for God's sake, put somebody that knows about security into security
affairs.
Arena. Put somebody that knows about trade into trading arena. Look at his antecedent. What has he been able to do? By doing this, you get results. If when you are talking about the political will, it needs to do. Sometimes ago, some people were fighting one of our Lagos State governors, which I don't want to mention. They said he was putting some technocrats into position. If you put a political person, a politician in a position that he doesn't have the capability to solve, you are equally creating a problem today and asking that problem to continue to grow tomorrow. I will appeal that, and you can do a consortium. You want to take care of some political hands, yes, put them there, but underneath them, put technocrats, special person, people that are very good in that field with their own specialties and looking at their antecedent that they are performing. Put them there. I'm sorry I have to mention the former vice president. When he was in Lagos State here as a Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice. Because of his antecedent, he was a sound lawyer, and he had worked with this our father that was the president of International Court. He was there with him. He has the vast knowledge. When he came, majority of our old laws were revived underneath him. Majority of the challenges that we had with the federal government were solved by him. We had somebody at the House of Assembly from Ikorodu, Agunbiade. When he got to Lagos State House of Assembly, over a period of time, old laws were revived to match the current status of Lagos State. And we really enjoyed that period. So I want to appeal that for us to, because it is one thing for government, federal government to grant us the status. It's another thing for us to be able to make use of that opportunities to the development of Lagos State and for the benefit of the masses. So that political will has to be there. And if we need to do continuity, if somebody has served one term, whether he deserves the second term, check whether he has performed. Let it be based on the performance. And if you put somebody there, you can behave like our former president, Obasanjo. When he gives you an appointment, he gives you a letter, you write your letter of resignation without the date being there. If you check and within 1 year or 2 years it's not performing, put another. Maybe we play football. When number 7 is not playing very well, we bring another person in. Why can't we do that? It is we don't need to do like our former president. Once he signs you into a position, until the next 4 years, nothing is being done to check you up. Can't we bring up presidential liaison officer, just like when we had during the Shagari regime, who goes about checking what the governors are doing and giving a report? So I think we need to, that political will is very, very necessary. And as it is necessary at the federal level, so it is necessary at the state level, and it should be domiciled to the local government. So that the work, the synergy will be there, and it will synchronize.
Okay, I want to talk about international examples, international cities. Are there any cities, you know, in the world that have been granted this special status that, you know, that Lagos or Nigerians can now understand and not see that Lagos is asking for too much?
Yes, I may not mention right now, but there are many of them that I have read in the past. And even, I want to say this, it is not compulsory that we have to compare ourselves to international. Well, look at our democracy. What kind of democracy are you going to say we are practicing in Nigeria? Is it the one we learned from the British, or the one we borrowed from the America? No, it is better for us to fine-tune our own. You understand? We are in Nigeria.
Because most times they say, oh, is this how it is done in other climes?
Let them move to that, let them move to that country. We are saying what is obtainable. It is when you want to cheat your fellow that you start comparing. Well, what are we operating here the way they are operating over there? Even individual persons on the road, are they behaving to we in other countries? When we get to every point we go to, we queue up as if we are angels. When we come to Nigeria, let me tell you, when we are flying into Nigeria, the moment we get to somewhere around that, everybody will say, before you know, either the lightning or look at our electoral system. In other countries, do they wait until election day before they start voting? Why are they now talking about the status, whether it should be related to other countries? In other countries, you can wake up in the week of the election to leave your working place and get to the center, any center that is closer to you, make your voting, and they will have started. That's what they call early voting. They would have done that even before whatever. Again, there are so many things that we are doing here that are different. In other countries, they have only maybe one national legislative arm. In Nigeria here, we have two. The lower chamber or the Island, they themselves are now complaining that they are not lower chamber. They are also another chamber, green chamber and red chamber. Look, some jobs are supposed to be done by a state. You in Nigeria here, they will now organize Clinical Development Authority, Southwest Development Authority, something that is like a duplication of power. That's supposed to be done. Put the governor is the first citizen of that. Put everything underneath that governor and let them look at Ogun River Basin. What are they doing? Is it not duplication of what the Southwest region is supposed to be able to do? Give me the result that we'll be able to get. So when they are comparing what we are running here with other, I will say that let us do it the way it's going to give us the result. That will work for Nigeria. In other countries that you are talking about, they may not speak more than one or two languages. Yes. When I read somebody writing about 371 dialects and languages here, I told them, I said, when I look at where they put Yoruba as one. Meanwhile, in Yoruba land, imagine all the dialects that we have there. They didn't remember. So if we have to really go about it, we might get up to 500 or something. Which country has that? If anybody can rule Nigeria, such a project can be put into Home of Affairs in America and even rule the world.
Thank you. Okay,
Lagos is also a hub for youth entrepreneurship and also tech innovation. So with acquiring this special status, how much more will this sector benefit?
I have told you that if we are taking less, or we are taking lesser than what we ought to take, and yet people are gushing in. I'm not saying ooze now. They are not oozing. They are gushing because when you are talking about people will be talking about the people that bosses are bringing in during the day. But I'm saying that go and watch overnight the numbers of people that the trailers are parking. No tickets, nothing whatsoever, no register. You don't even know where they are living. You just so if we are able to, and yet people are flourishing here. Okay, let us try something. Let Lagos State government say, if you are not from here and you don't have Lastra, we give you 1 month to move out of Lagos. You hear uprising. So Lagos is not good. Lagos does not deserve something good that we call special status. yet they don't want to go back home. So this is to tell you that if we are given that opportunity, those, in fact, we will do more than, we will do so many hubs, industrial hub, tailoring hub, fishing and fishery hubs. We will do it. Imagine if Lagos State is given the opportunity that is given to Abuja. Imagine the numbers of roads, concrete roads that we're going to build. If you go to Abuja, even roads that are not needed, they built it many years ago. And when it is Friday, try to come back to Lagos from Abuja, you see the rush. You pay × 2 of the airfare.
Yeah,
By Saturday morning, the whole place is dry. But in Lagos State here, it is both Saturday and imagine the numbers of shows that K1 do have over the weekend. Do you know that it's the one that normally that dictates the date is coming to play for you now?
Yes,
Can you have such a thing in Abuja? If you want to ask him to come and play for you, you have to look at his record. When will he be free? Do you have such a thing? And you are bringing people on a daily basis. Ask China to leave Lagos State. They cannot. If you go to Ebute Metta, where you think you are in China, because they have their own republic in railway compound over there. Virtually everything. You think you are in China. Now look at the numbers of clothes that they are bringing in, that Owambes are buying almost on a weekend basis. Now they produce our Ankara. They even produce our
Adire.
Can you imagine? So if you are now, we keep on having that. So it is not only the IT hub and whatever. You just mentioned one. Even common trade. You understand me? We have started exporting a lot of things that we're doing in Lagos now to other states. What brought about Kebbi rice? Is it not unification of Lagos State and Kebbi State that brought about Lake rice?
Then
LA for Lagos, KE for Kebbi.
Kebbi.
So the same, another thing is about somebody who was running one Amala joint in Lagos State now has moved to Abuja. You go to Abuja now, you have Yakoyo.
Hey,
massive.
you will pay, sir. You will pay.
No, I was asking.
You will pay for advertising Yakoyo here.
No, we are talking about what we have been able to do in Lagos. And we are now imagining what we can transform Lagos to. So it is going to be massive. Look at the road that Lagos State is creating now from here to Ise.
Okay.
From that Ise, maybe it's just 30 minutes across the water to Ondo State. By the time they finish that, you only God knows what Lagos will be, you know, because influx of more people from that axis. That's why I give kudu to assure you on this Lagos.
This Lagos Calabar Coastal.
Some people don't know the beauty of it.
They don't understand.
We transporters that knows that from here to Ijebu Ode, from Ijebu Ode to Ore, Ore to whatever, before 3 days, 4 days on the road. By the time you go through this place, it's very, number one, very, very short. Number two, you do more business within a short period of time. The turning and wearing of vehicle will be reduced.
Yeah.
The only thing we are going to beg for is that all those miscreants should not be allowed over there. Maybe we are going to be screening whoever
flies that road. Okay, just before we go, do you think this special status will ever be conferred on Lagos, or and again, what else should Lagos, continue to do, to continue to ask or agitate for this special status? There's another observation from some critics who have said, as Lagos State itself earned the trust of the people to deserve this status, this special status.
You are talking about the trust of the masses. In Lagos, or you are talking about people from other states?
No,
if it's
here,
in
Lagos.
Thank God. Here, do we have alternative if we decide something? When it is given to us, when we get to the river, we cross it. We only appeal to our leaders. When you are talking about the political will, we should increase our political will, the interest of the masses to be attached. Then writing a record of, oh God, I am here. It's just a page. I am here today. When we talk about Baba Jakondi, he's gone forever. But the legacy left behind.
Lives on.
So whoever is at the end of affairs, please remember that one day you are going to be away from the place. So write a good record. How many some men today, I say men, not even boys, today, if you ask them to describe Awolowo, it has to be only what they read. They don't know. Some people don't even know Abiola, because how many years ago, since how many years he has gone? So the same way, you are going to become a past record. So if you want to be a past good record or a past bad record, let us do it aright. Don't look at what people are saying. To whom much is given, much is expected. It is trust that is being given to us. That run this place within a trust. You know, I normally say when I come here that anytime I hear a chairman of a local government or a commissioner or a governor say my money, my whatever, I feel ashamed of my people. That what are you talking about?
It's not yours.
Within a shopping center, it is your money. So Lagos State, in the both resident and indigenous, what we are requesting for is your property. When it comes, it is for the benefit of everybody. So let us all extend our arms of fellowship. Let us encourage our governors. Let us encourage our present corps of senators and reps that are there to keep on requesting for it until it is done. It is not yet Uhuru until we got it. We must have it. It is when we have it, we now talk about how do we enjoy it. If we miss it, we are missing a big, because imagine if Lagos State had been rated the way it's supposed to be rated when states like Kano was divided into two. I remember when Kebbi was created, madam. When Kebbi was created, majority of their dignitaries were in Lagos here. They started their secretariat from a school and whatever. And it was Caterpillar that they borrowed from Lagos and they used it to expand their environment. Imagine if we have such a thing here in Lagos State. We are going to expand where we don't. People are saying we don't have land. Who says so? Go to between. We have sizable land between Ikorodu and Ishagamu. We have even where we don't have. They are saying waterlogged. Yes, we have more of water land than the solid land. What about the Venice in Italy? Every area there is water. When you go to Sierra Leone here, their airport could not be created in Freetown. They crossed the water to Lungi and they use barges to carry people and vehicles. So once we have the resources, we know what to do. Lagos State will do what is right and it will be for the benefit of everybody.
While the debate continues, one thing is clear: Lagos plays a unique role in the Nigerian landscape, and how we treat it reflects how we manage national progress. We must thank you, Omoba Adeyinka Oyediran, for your time on the conversation and putting your voice to this special topic. The topic, again, that we have just discussed is the Lagos special status. Thank you so much for your time on the conversation. The program continues shortly. Stay with us.